Well, it is time for some hands-on fun this morning with our friends from the Hands-On Discovery Center. Always a treat when Chrissy Worth and John Kreckelberg join us in studio today. We are talking snow science. I love that you do this. You look so like
getting prepared for science.
Yeah. We have smoke and we have bubbles and we have dry ice. We have all these fun things. And of course, this time of year, kids love to make snow.
Yes. And like you just heard, it's too hot to actually snow outside today. So
I don't think we're going to have snowmen when it's 70 degrees on Christmas.
No way Christmas this year.
So we got to make our own.
Yes, that's right. So we're going to make some snowballs today with our snow dough. So what you need is 2 cups of cornstarch, which I already added into our bowl here.
Okay.
And then you're going to need 1 cup of hair conditioner. So if you want to pour that into here and start mixing up,
okay,
we can do that.
And just any conditioner?
Just any conditioner, yep. And just start mixing all that up.
Okay.
Now, this is not the way that snow is actually made, so, but it's really fun. We can do it at home. So snow is actually made when...
It's already snowing.
It's snowing.
Yeah.
Notice how messy I am.
Science is messy and fun.
I know, I love that.
So snow is actually made when the water vapors connect with the dust that's in the clouds. And they need really cold clouds, and when they clump all together, it turns into ice crystals. And when it gets really heavy, that's when it starts to fall and we see snow.
And that's when it's so beautiful and the kids get so excited and the parents say, oh,
That's
not
right.
a snow day.
So when it gets to this texture here, I'm not going to have you do it, but you're going to start getting in there with your hands.
Okay.
And then you're going to form a snowball.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. And
Can I get in there with my hands?
Hey, if you want to.
I mean, I want to see how it feels.
So when you, and then when you get a dough-like texture like this, you're going to put it in your freezer for about a half an hour. It's going to get really cold, and it's going to be a snowball.
Oh my gosh, that's so fun.
Yes.
Now mine is of course a little bit wet still, so you'd make your ball.
Yep, and then maybe put it into a Ziploc bag, put it into your freezer for a little bit, and it turns into a cool, cold snowball.
It's too fun. Now, are we going to be able to have snowball fights, or is it pretty hard that it might like...
Well, I wouldn't
somebody
throw
a
it at
little too
anyone's face.
I'm just saying, because you know my kids are going to be like, snowball fight.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I wouldn't throw it at a face or anything, but it's not, I think you can handle it.
We'll try that in the commercial break. This is super fun, and you can make quite a few with that.
Absolutely. You can even do some little peppermint extract in it to make it smell like the holidays, to make it even more fun.
I don't know. I kind of like the conditioner. It's like a coconut-y.
Tropical,
I'm going on a little vacation while you're making your snowball, dreaming of something else. All right, and then John over here, it's funny. Chrissy's always like the nice side, you know, and then John's like, let's make it explode.
It's still nice. It's just a little more extreme.
Yes, extreme John.
So over here, I have a different chemical, kind of wintry related. It's called dry ice.
Love dry ice.
So not like ice from your ice tray in your freezer. This is a solid form of carbon dioxide, and it has to be very, very, very cold. We're talking like minus 100 degrees for it to exist in a solid form. And it doesn't melt like regular water ice. It actually sublimates. It turns straight from a gas. Nope, straight from a solid into a gas. And you can kind of see kind of this cool water vapor effect coming off. That's because it is so cold. It is way too warm in this room for the dry ice to stay solid. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this dry ice and add it to a bowl of my favorite chemical, dihydrogen monoxide, or warm water.
Oh, I like that, warm water.
It is immediately going to start foaming up and creating this really cool mist effect.
Love
and
that.
as it is sublimating, that dry ice expands hundreds and hundreds of times its own volume from a solid to a gas. So wouldn't it be cool if we could somehow contain that gas inside of here? And that is why over here I have a little dish of just sudsy water, just regular dish soap. I'm going to take some of that sudsy water and just apply it around the edge of the bowl here, and then taking a very festive, timely piece of fabric, a ribbon.
I love it.
I am just going to swipe that bubble solution right across the top. Whoop, maybe a little more slowly.
So you're like making a dome here?
I'm putting a lid, a bubble lid on top of this bowl. There we go. And as that dry ice sublimates, and it works really well if you put a whole lot of dry ice in there, this is going to start expanding, creating a really cool crystal ball from just carbon dioxide gas.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Look at that.
If your hands are nice and clean, you can go ahead and pop the bubble.
it.
I can?
You can,
Right
absolutely, sure.
Okay.
And because this air is so cold, it will then cascade down in this really cool steam effect. Now, because this dry ice kind of expands, we can also use this to, well, does anybody know what these are? These are film canisters.
I was like,
ancient
I remember
technology.
from a long time ago.
Unlike the bubble film that we put on top of our bowl, these film canisters do not expand. They don't swell. However, the lid is able to pop right off.
Oh,
So
that's fun.
if we take a big piece, maybe not that big, oh my goodness. Take a small-ish piece of dry ice.
Like a shuttle.
Add
It's
it
space
to it.
shuttle.
Yeah, we are making dry ice rockets. I'm going to add a little bit more of my favorite chemical, dihydrogen monoxide. That's going to start the sublimation process. And I am just going to snap the lid on,
He's snapping it on.
place it upside down, and now it's really snowing in here. We have dry ice cascading from the ceiling. And wouldn't it be cool to like ship your
Look, I can
presents
see
by
the sky.
dry ice
Just-
rockets?
That is awesome.
It is awesome. However, because this is such a cold substance, obviously we're not going to be doing this on our own. We need an adult assistant to help with every step of this process.
Because I noticed you've got the gloves.
Safety first, absolutely. If you were to hold this in your hand, you would actually burn your skin,
Yeah.
which is not good. We do not want that. Safety first.
no.
So you've got the gloves.
The gloves.
And that's how we did this.
Yes.
And that was just so fun. I mean, what kid
Very
doesn't want to
cold.
do that at Christmas? Merry Christmas. And of course, what a wonderful way to spend the holidays. We talk about, I know the kids are on a long holiday break.
Yep.
Wonderful, fun things that they can do and learn at the Hands-On Discovery Center.
Yes, so we are teaming up with the Gray Fossil site. They have their first ever prehistoric art contest in play right now. And you can find all the information out on their Facebook page or on your screen right here. So while you're home on Christmas break, you can draw some pictures and bring them into the museum and enter the contest.
Win some prizes.
Yeah.
Wonderful. All right. Well, you see that QR code right there on your screen. You also see the information. And of course, Hands-On Discovery Center also open during that holiday break. You can check out their website for more information. You guys, this was so much fun.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas to both of you.
Merry
you as well.
Christmas.
Love it. All right. Well, over there in